Well, I had a bit of excitement getting out of our campsite from last night. More than a little dangerous to try and reconnect the trailer between a car and a vehicle like this on a hill like this. It's just, it's asking for trouble. Well, I had a bit of excitement getting out of our campsite from last night. I'm out in the Wombat State Forest taking the kids camping and then doing a bit of panning with the plan of doing a beehive removal this afternoon. But the poor little Honda with the trailer on couldn't get up this last little bit of steep hill, and I should have gunned it, but I didn't. I stalled and then it was all over and we ended up backed up and jackknifed up on that mound. Then I tried to winch it out using a basic mechanical advantage around the tow ball, around the trailer, and it was doing great. And I thought my knot had failed, but no, it wasn't my knot that failed.
It was our rope.
Yeah, it was the rope. So that was a bit exciting, wasn't it, kids?
And I knew I should have brought the thick one.
The thick one?
Yeah, the thick one. The one that we used to do the hammer.
The thick one's huge.
Yeah.
Who would have thought we would have brought that? Anyway, the rope snapped and the trailer took off down the hill. Unfortunately, it's Uncle Kevin's trailer, so don't tell Uncle Kevin. Now, unfortunately, the trailer took off down the hill and slammed into this tree, which is actually fortunate because, well, it could have gone a long way. And it only went down the hill a couple of meters before it hit the tree, so it hadn't really got much speed. So I was going to try and winch it up with the basic mechanical advantage pulley system, but then I worked out it was the rope that failed, not my knot, so I thought that was a bad idea. So then I had to do the thing I didn't want to do, which was bring the car back down here and sort of drive past the trailer and reconnect it. Now, when I started this, the trailer was jammed against that tree, as I showed you before, and it's just more than a little dangerous. I know there's not much in the trailer, but more than a little dangerous to try and reconnect the trailer between a car and a vehicle like this on a hill like this. It's just, it's asking for trouble. So we went back to the winch idea, and I've winched it up off this tree, and with Morag's help. And basically what we did is, because it wasn't slipping well around these things, I can't remember what this is called, but do you want to show what we were doing, Morag? So I was holding the weight of the trailer, and then Morag was pulling, and then, don't do it this time, Morag, but Morag was then letting go, and then when the rope went slack, I was leaning on the rope and it would just pull in a couple of inches. And I was telling the kids before, when you're doing something like this, it's very tempting to wrap it. Actually, Morag, can you hold the camera? Okay, it's very tempting to wrap the rope around you and then wrap it around your wrist so you've got a better pull. Or often you'll see people, they'll wrap their arm around it here so they've got a better pull. That's really dangerous. Because if the trailer took off for whatever reason and suddenly you've got more tension on the rope, you can't unwrap your arm from the rope, and if you've got a big load on there, it'll just rip your arm off. So yeah, don't do that. What you do instead is you put it around your body and then you hold it down like this. And this is an abseiling technique. You can abseil down a cliff with just this simple brake. You don't need carabiners and whatever, although they're good to use if you got them. But you just hold it down there between your legs and you'll break it. And then if you need to let it go, it just goes and doesn't take you down the hill with it. So now I've pulled this up. The hitch is very close to the tow ball, so I'm going to try and wriggle it on. The kids better be staying above uphill of the trailer, or they're going to be getting in big trouble, because this is still dangerous, because if the rope let goes for whatever reason, that trailer's going to go slamming into the car and I'm going to be between the trailer and the car. So here's hoping it works. Added complication is that the jockey wheel is already down as far as it'll go. Yeah. Alrighty. So hopefully now I'm going to take the car back down the hill, bring it up, and then we can be about our business. Of course, must remember to untie the trailer before I take the car down the hill. if I don't see you standing there with Morag, I'm putting it. Got it?
Yep. Thank you, God. I prayed. He tried his best. Come on. What's he doing? It's okay. You're not getting in trouble. It wasn't your fault that you couldn't get the straps. I'll tell him. You won't get in trouble, I promise. Yeah!
Again.
I knew we shouldn't have went down there.
But wasn't it a great adventure?
We got stuck.
But wasn't the swimming hole we found down there and the waterfall awesome?
We got stuck.
Swimming hole, waterfall,
Stuck.
awesome.
Stuck.
Yeah, we didn't get stuck. We're not stuck.
We were.
That's
We got stuck.
temporarily. That's not the tragedy though. The tragedy though is the main mission of coming down here was to do a hive removal with my Mark III BVAC. But the first season box that I made has not survived the rough treatment, so we're not going to be doing that. So I've got Morag already learning how to say I told you so, which is great. It's a developmental milestone for kids. I guess we'll just have to spend the whole time panning and running the sluice and camping and playing in the river instead of working, getting some bees. Oh well.
Told you so.